Today's dark pool and option flow gave us another strong read on where the big money is positioning. Let's break it down across SPY, QQQ, IWM, and then I'll show you 3 interesting small and mid-cap names that saw heavy buying. Starting with SPY, we had massive dark pool prints stacked between 650 and 653. The biggest came in at 7 million shares, worth about $4.5 billion in premium. That's a huge level of institutional activity. On the option side, calls slightly outweighed puts, giving us a call-to-put ratio around 1.3. That tilts the bias bullish, especially with the dark pool support right below current price. For QQQ, the Nasdaq ETF, the prints were concentrated around the 580 zone. A million share block at 580.57 stood out, carrying over $500 million in premium. Options leaned bullish here as well, with more aggressive call buying than puts. Tech continues to see the strongest inflows, and this is exactly where the dark pool is loading up. Turning to IWM, the small caps, we had a couple of $100 million prints around 237 and 238. Not as large as SPY or QQQ, but still meaningful given the interest rate sensitivity of small caps. Option flow was balanced, but edged slightly to the call side, suggesting buyers are willing to step in at these levels. Now let's finish with the 3 unusual small and mid-cap buys that stood out today. CRM, Salesforce, took in about $289 million in dark pool premium. That's a strong inflow for a single stock and shows steady accumulation. DoorDash, also saw heavy activity with $286 million in premium. That's a big print relative to its average volume and signals real interest in consumer delivery exposure. And NFLX, Netflix, closed the trio with $200 million in dark pool premium. Even though it was smaller than the other two, it's still notable as part of a broad move into communications names. So to sum it up, SPY and QQQ both showed big inflows and a bullish lean on the option side. IWM found support at 238, and outside the indexes we saw meaningful accumulation in Salesforce, DoorDash, and Netflix. The bias today leans bullish overall, with tech leading the way both in megacaps and in mid-cap standouts.